Welcome to GradConnect. My name is Kush Rawal, and today I'm in conversation with Jinay, who has also enrolled as a GradRight ambassador representing the University of Windsor. Jinay, please could you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you for my introduction, Kush. Okay, so basically, I have completed my bachelor's from India from Ahmedabad, Indus University in computer science, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in applied computing at University of Windsor. And so far, I have completed my 2 semesters, and I am pursuing my third semester just like after 1 month it will be started. And currently, my final examinations are going on.
Thank you for the introduction. So, we'll be talking today about Jinay's journey to the University of Windsor and grab some insights about the university. Thank you, Jinay, for taking time out to help Indian students with their journey to masters abroad. So, Jinay, what led to the thought of pursuing a master's degree in computer science?
Okay, so I already was very much interested in computer science field since my graduation. So when I was pursuing my bachelor's, I had a thought of pursuing more subjects and like getting more knowledge into the deep of the all subjects which we are pursuing throughout the bachelor's. So that was the time when I already had decided that I need to pursue masters in computer science area in abroad. I was a little bit confused initially at the time of applying in USA or Canada, but later on I decided to come to Canada.
So, what all factors did you look into before selecting which country you want to go into and which university you want to go into?
Yeah, so basically, according to my analysis, what I had researched about these two countries was like if you want to grow more faster and if you want to get more opportunities in a short-term period, then I think so that USA is more better. But talking about the Canada is it's about like in a same pace. You can live constant, you can get the more benefits, and you cannot live as a student after your studies. You are going to get your permanent resident card and all of this. Because of these things, you will be consistent in Canada. Whereas in
Right.
USA, there are some rules and regulations after your master's too, and because of that, you have to live, like an immigrant for a long period, which you cannot, which you do not need to live in Canada. So these are the main factors why I chose Canada.
So, it's like a safe place, like to
Safe
invest
options,
all your
yes,
money. You can get the quality education as well as
yes,
in terms of future, it's very secure. So, what in terms
yes.
of the university, like which all universities did you shortlist, and what was your process of shortlisting the universities, and why did you select University of Windsor?
Yes. So my first priority would be the location that I chose all the universities and get and prepared a list of universities according to the location I wanted to go. So it is based on individuals' preferences, where they want to go, where they do not want to go, based on the location, because there are some language barriers as well in different locations. So according to me, I chose my location, and based on this location I applied for multiple universities according to the top rankings of the universities which are disclosed every year, that these universities has ranked this according to their education system as well, and after their education their getting job ratio as well. So these were two main factors what I saw, and after that I shortlisted some universities, and later on I went through the courses, because that is something what I think is the most important part. Because when you are like giving so much of expense to come to Canada, even you are paying
Right.
fees as an international student, so there should be the courses which you like to pursue. So I went through all the courses which I wanted to do, and according to the courses which I liked, I chose the universities to apply to.
So, why was like a location a preference for you? Like, considering why did you choose that location, and what all like final lists of your shortlist university was where you applied?
Yes. So talking about the location preference, because as I told you, there are some language barriers as well. If you choose
Right, right.
another location, you won't find like if it is Ontario, then it is specifically you are going to find a lot of Indian people, even like very near to your home as well. So
Right.
you are going to find so much of people in Ontario, whereas in other provinces it is not so much in quantity like this. And talking about the preferences according to the locations, I preferred the universities, but I also applied some universities which are outside the Ontario, but I found them very top and according to the courses and the, even because one factor is that after pursuing your masters, you are also going to get the job,
Right.
and that is also a place where you are going to live for a long time, for a long
Mhm.
period. So that is the reason why I chose to live in Ontario, and that is the reason why I prefer to be in Ontario. Because talking about Toronto, that it is the IT hub, and for the computer students, that is the place where they are going to get a lot of opportunities. So that is the reason as well for choosing the Ontario for my masters.
So how many universities did you apply to at the end?
So I applied to 4 to 5 universities, and from 4 to 5 universities, I got two offer letters and two rejections because I also am a fresher. So I just completed my bachelor's and I just applied for my master's. So yes, that also matters somehow, because if you have experience in India as well, working as a software engineer or related field, then you are going to get more responses for the universities, because they are going to judge you based on your work. So for people who are freshers, they don't have many experience in industry.
Mhm.
So only the courses and the grades won't show your skills and knowledge. So yeah, I got two rejections from. I also applied to University of Waterloo, which was very ambitious for me. But I just took a chance to apply, and I got rejection from them. And I also got a rejection from Western Ontario University. That is among the top list of the Ontario universities.
Mhm.
But that was the course which was I found very interactive, because it was a 16 months program with the major in business analytics, and that was the course which I wanted to pursue, but I couldn't get an opportunity.
And out of the two you like shortlisted, you got into, why did you choose University of Windsor?
Yes, so two universities which I got the offer letter was the University of Windsor and the Concordia University. The Concordia is in the Quebec, so that is also
Okay,
another
Ontario.
province.
Mhm.
And yeah, because I reached out to so many students uh, pursuing their masters in Concordia, and they also suggested me that there is going to be a language barrier, because French is like almost mandatory in Quebec, whereas in Ontario it is not. And yes, there was also the degree difference, that I got an acceptance in masters in software engineering in Concordia University, whereas in University of Windsor it was a masters in applied computing. So in Concordia it was 16 months of course, pursuing whole semesters with the courses, whereas in University of Windsor it was 16 months course including the 4 months of core.
Right.
So for my preference is the practical experience is the best thing to learn, because getting only theoretical knowledge doesn't increase your skills. So 16 months of program, having 3 semesters to complete the courses and the fourth semester to complete the core. So that is something which is very short term and increasing a lot of knowledge and skills by implementing those things in real world.
So, like when you had shortlisted the universities, how did you like work on your resume to get to the place here where you wanted to be, like to get your admission secured?
Yes, so basically in resumes, it is very mandatory that you show all of your skills and education, because you have to show that you have the potential to be at the university. So you have to show your internships as well, the experience which you have gone through your bachelor's as well, the things which you are strong in, the languages you know, the languages you want to pursue in future. So all of these things are very important to be in your resume, and that is the reason that universities filter students based on their resumes,
Right.
because the resume is the most important part in any of the applications to any universities.
So how
So
was
basically,
go on?
yes, so I had an idea since my bachelor's of the first year that I want to pursue masters. So during my bachelor's as well, I like completed a lot of internships because it was very mandatory to have something in my resume which is
Right.
unique in compared to all students. So that's why I simultaneously completing my bachelor's, I also work with the companies as an intern, so that that experience can help me to get into the universities. So that was something which I did for my applications.
So a student needs to plan way ahead of like before, like they know when they are doing a master's. So you need to plan way ahead to align with the course and the curriculum to get over there, right?
Yeah.
So what was the application process like?
Yeah, so for the application process, the basic and the mandatory things, if you are applying to universities, then it would be your SOPs, LORs from the university you are pursuing your bachelor's, or the companies have you, if you have completed any internships over there. So they can recommend you as a student to pursue masters in the specific university. So probably two LORs are mandatory in any universities, and maximum up to three LORs,
Mhm.
one SOP, one resume. So the most important part, what I have felt, is the resume and the SOP. These are the two very most important documents for your application. LORs are just the document which will be as a reference letters. That's it. It's not going to show a judgment about your acceptance or denial for the application. So it is almost based depends on your resume and the SOP.
Mhm. So, did you get any scholarship, and what was the process of scholarships? Like, was it directly linked to your application, or did you have to like submit it additionally?
Yes. So to be honest, the scheme of the scholarships is less in Canada in compared to USA,
Mhm.
but over here as well, like it is based on the specific courses, because it is like if I'm currently pursuing my master's at University of Windsor, and specifically this course doesn't have any scholarships. So it is predefined when you are applying at the course. They initially tell you that this course is not going to have any scholarship, so you have to be prepared for that. You cannot expect that after getting an admission in the offer letter they will send you the scholarship amount, and you need to like pay less fees of the scholarship amount. It is based on the specific courses, because some university provides some scholarships,
Mhm.
that also in particular courses. So if the university is providing scholarship, it doesn't mean that in all the courses you have the chance to get the scholarship. So there are specific courses which
Okay.
you can get the scholarship.
Okay. So diving towards the university life, how diverse is your batch, and what backgrounds do other students have?
Yes, so Windsor is the most favorite place for all the Indians. So you will find a lot of Indians with in any of the courses at University of Windsor. So in my batch as well, I have like 240 or 245 students with me pursuing the same course. And yes, probably 70 to 100 of them are Indians. So it is very good to see that people from the same country
Right.
are pursuing together. So it won't feel like you are somewhere outside of your country. It always
It's a
feels
home
like
away from
your
home.
home country. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, what backgrounds? Everybody has an undergrad related to engineering or computers, or other backgrounds
Yes.
are also there.
So basically, the difference between masters in computer science and applied computing in Canada is this only, that people who have completed their bachelor's in computer science or computer engineering is the first filter to apply for applied computing course. If you are from electrical or electrical and communication branches, then you can apply to master computers, but not the applied computing.
Okay.
So this is the first filter, because they need to differentiate people with various fields in same course and from the same field to same course. So applied computer will have only the students who have completed their bachelor's in computer science, and along with me, all the students have completed their undergraduates in the same field. Yes, but there are so many students who are experienced, who have experience of more than 2 to 3 years in India or their home country as well. So there are a lot of students. So it is always a good ratio as a competitors, because if you are a fresher and if you are an experienced guy, then you are like going to have a lot of more knowledge in compared to students who have just completed their bachelor's and came to Canada.
So how is the teaching methodology and how different is it from India? And if you could highlight a little about the professors at your university.
Yes, so the teaching scheme is completely different from India. So, like in India, it is very easy to grade more than 8 pointers, because you always are going to have assignments, and it is very easy in India. And I can say that it is very liberal in India. If you are just copying the assignment, submitting it, and it is very easy. Whereas in abroad, it is very difficult, because the plagiarism is one of the most serious issues. If students do this, then they are going to have a lot of troubles accordingly. They also can get denied from the university from the course they are pursuing. So it
Right.
is very important over here. And yes, in India, it is more up to your exams which you complete. At the exam, the mid-semester exams and the final exams are going to have a lot of percentages to get passed
Mhm.
and to get grades. Whereas over here, all the things, all the assignments, the projects, the exams, the labs, all of them are going to have the same percentages. So you have to maintain all the steps. You have to score in all the things. You cannot just get more marks in your exam and you will have a lot of CGPAs. It's not like that. It's only in India. Like over here, you have to complete your assignments. You have to complete your grades in the labs. You have to also complete your projects, the exams. The exams are also having the same equivalent percentages according to the assignments. So you have to maintain the average over here in all the things, all the tasks.
So you have to work hard in every sphere. You cannot
Yes.
compromise anywhere.
And every week there is something to submit. There is always a deadline in your mind. 1 week you will have the assignment, 1 week you will have the lab, 1 week you will have the project presentations. All of them are working simultaneously, even in all the courses.
Mhm.
So it is the skill you need to develop before coming to Canada, because you have to manage
Manage
a lot
time.
of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, is this course very intense, or are you able to manage a part-time job as well along with it?
Yes, I'm working at Walmart as well, part time, and everyone has like the time to complete all the things, because if you have decided that you want to do a part-time job, you want to manage your expenses along with your studies,
Right.
then you don't have any other option. But
Mhm.
if you are on the comfort zone that yeah, I can manage everything without doing a job, you can do it as well. But if you want to do a job, you can manage all the things together, because like if you are working at any restaurant or Walmart or anywhere, uh, they are going to give you only 20 hours maximum of a week.
Right.
So you
On
have
site.
a lot of time in a week to complete all the tasks.
Mhm.
So it is not so tough, because I also thought that would I be able to manage my studies and job simultaneously or not. But when you come here, you will develop the skills in a very short period. So it will be manageable.
So, like you have studies to manage, you have part-time to manage. Do you like how do you maintain the study life balance, like exploring and also like do you get time to actually explore and live your life, or it's just focusing on studies and part-time currently and then getting a job? What's the plan like? What does your daily life look like?
Yes. So like during your whole semester, these are the only two things which you will do. Come to college, come to job. That's it. You won't find anything else exciting during your semesters, but once your semester is done, you will
Like,
get 20 or 25 days of time period where you can go out and you can explore wherever you want to. So during it is only said that 4 months of semester, but actually the semester is only of three months, and the rest of the 1 month is going to have 1 week of reading week and 3 weeks of the vacation before starting the next semester.
mhm,
So in these 3 weeks, you can work more if you want to, and if you like, most of the students are like they are depressed after these 3 months of burden of all things working together. So they always prefer to go out and explore everything.
right,
So during this semester, you will have your everything going on, the studies, the job, everything. Only you are going to get this much of time period where you can. It is always better to uh, chill some time for this time of period, because over here you are not living with your family.
mhm,
You are doing your own work by yourself too. So you are not getting that much of time to uh, explore something. So it is always better to chill some time as
at
well.
that time, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you haven't been in the recruitment journey, so like you might have talked to some people. Like, do you can you share and throw some light on the recruitment journey, or maybe the co-op journey which you'll be currently facing, and what are the
Yes.
companies the students generally get into, and what are like the salary expectations, a little around that.
Yes. So yeah, these are the very interesting topics where even when I was choosing University of Windsor, I reached out to so many students that how it is like available the job markets after pursuing my masters at this university and all. So at that time as well, I didn't get a lot of information, but right now I'm in second semester, so I have contact a lot of seniors who have already got their co-op. So I know a lot of students. So basically, the co-op process is very simple. You just need to filter the list of the companies you want to be in.
Mhm.
So they'll always send you the openings at the companies. Then it is up to you that uh, at which you want to apply or not. And once they'll review your profile, the resume and cover letter, they'll directly contact you to and invite you for an interview. So after completing one or two interviews, probably they give the judgment that if you are selected for the position or not. And yes, at University of Windsor, the best thing is that they have a lot of connections to the companies, and uh, if you are not bad at the programming languages and the course you are pursuing, you are going to definitely get a co-op. And there is always a chance to get a co-op off campus as well. If you have your contacts, if you can reach out to people, if they are working in currently market in Canada companies, then yes, you can have an option to work. And you just need to get an offer letter from that company, and you just need to submit it to University of Windsor and they will allow you. But it should be related to the course only. You cannot work as like a customer service representative, and if you are pursuing your master's in computer science, so it should be relative to your field. Then they will allow you for that as well.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what are like the salary expectations when you graduate?
Yeah, so it depends on your experience, what you have in your home country. So if you are fresher and if you have zero experience, if you haven't completed any internships or you are just very new to the market, then here in Canada for co-op, it is like the average package is around 25 to $35 per hour. And if you have more experience in India, and if the same company is hiring you as a full-time software developer or co-op, student as well, then yes, they can give you around $40 to $45 per hour. So I have seen a lot of students who have experience in India, and they are working in the same company in Canada as well, and they are getting this much of pay. But if you haven't any experience, and yes, if you have experience as an intern as well, and then you have a chance to get a better company to get in. So they can also give you around $30 to $40 per hour.
Okay.
Yes.
And how much are your expenses like for living over there as a student?
Yes, so basically, the best thing what I have felt is the GIC program which Canada had. So basically, you are going to get $660 every month.
Right.
And because of that, you will be able to save as well and manage your expenses as well. So the rents are based on the location where you are, but it is around like 300 to 400. You will be able to complete your rent every month, and you can come like according to your utilities and the food you are trying to buy and purchase, and all of these things can be up to 150 to $200. So yes, you can save up to 150 or $200 from your GIC every month. So it is very less burden for families in India
Right.
to manage your expenses from there. You can manage yourself everything over here. And yes, this was also a very major point to that Canada allows students to work for 20 hours a week off campus or on campus too, whereas in US it is not. So that was the main reason I didn't choose, because it is always difficult to, after paying the fees as an international student, if you have gone to USA, then like for your monthly expenses, it is very difficult for families in India as well to send
Managing.
you money for that.
Mhm.
While over here, it is very easy for everyone to manage everything. So yes.
So, can you tell me a few things you love about University of Windsor and a few things you don't like?
Yes, so talking about the best things which I like is the education system as well, the responses from the faculties, yes, and the facilities which they are providing to students.
Mhm.
They are going to give you a lot of access of the services which are paid. You can also have the access of library, which is open 24 by 7. You can have this kind of personal room. I'm at my library right now. So you can always book a private room and you can complete your studies as well. So it is very helpful when you are having your exams, and in Canada you are living with students. So you won't get that much of privacy if you are trying to study. So these kind of facilities are very good at university, which they provide. And the culture, yes, because you will be able to find a lot of people from your home country too, and the people who already are over here, they'll always try to support you, and a lot of things would be in your favor, because they also know that you are an international student, so you are somewhere out from your country, so they will always try to support you. So these are the things which I like a lot regarding the university. Yes, which I do not like is something like that the course is discriminated. So if you are trying to apply to specific course at university, you won't be able to find a lot of details regarding that course, the subjects regarding the course. These kind of things are not very visible at their websites. Because of that, even I was not sure that should I apply to this university or not. But I had my contacts who were senior to this university who sent me their uh, experiences and the courses which they have passed through. So because of these things, I was able to manage these things.
Okay, so if you could go back in time, do you feel you could have done a few things differently, or do you think this is the right path for you?
Yes, as of now, I think so that this is the right path. But yes, if I hadn't contacts in the university, if I didn't know anyone at university, then it could help me to get and to select a better university according to my preferences. So yes, probably if I would have get a chance to know more universities with the references, then
Mhm.
yes, that could be an option that I would have applied to that university too, which I actually did not. So yeah, that always can help if you have references, if you know more about the universities,
Mhm.
if you know more about the location and the job placements after the course. So it is always good to have this kind of data before applying to university.
Right. So, any last advice for the students who want to pursue masters at University of Windsor?
Yeah, so what I would suggest is what I have felt through the journey of 2 semesters during my master days, uh, just to focus on the practical knowledge, not on the theoretical part, because getting 9 point or 9.5 CGPAs at India is like very common. But based on that, you won't be able to score that much in Canada at University of Windsor. You will have to work more in practical side instead of theoretical side,
Right.
because here all the assignments are going to be the practical side, all the exams will be practical,
Mhm.
the labs also and the projects as well. So here 95% of each course is having the practical portion instead of theoretical. So that is something what I would suggest. Try to complete as many as internships if you have time, if you can do your studies and internship together, and that experience is going to increase your confidence and skills. And yes, don't feel that if you know any specific language, you have to be at the deepest part of that language. It's not like that. If you know the basic syntax and the basic uh, fundamentals of loops and all of functions and all of these things of the language, then you think that I know this language, but you have to do a lot of things which are unique for that languages. So always you have to uh, go to the deep part of the language, because I also completed the C language. C language is something like which is the first language any programmer would have started for their programming career. But even everyone is confident that yes, I know the C language. But when you come to masters, and if you are having any subject called system programming, then you will have a lot of things which you even do not know about C language. So try to do a lot of things and try to do the things which you want to skip. Don't skip them. Just work on these things, because these are the things which will come to master. It is not present in bachelor's. So the things which you will stop from are going to start from uh,
In your
the
master.
university. Yeah.
Thank you for your advice. Thank you, Jinay, for taking time out. I know a lot of Indians will benefit from the insights you have shared today. It was a wonderful experience talking to you, and I wish you all the best
Yes.
for your journey ahead.
Thanks.